hit the subscribe button.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I've got to talk about it, and that's just, it is what it is. I might be separating from my partner. I also have fallen in love with somebody else while being in love with my partner. However, that is not the reason that we might be separating. Full disclosure, just because my partner is aware of this doesn't mean that I didn't fuck up. I did fuck up. A lot of shit that's happening right now is because of my fuck ups, but I want to be completely honest about it. I have to be in order for this to mean something to help anybody else. The reason that we might be separating is because I've discovered that I am polyamorous and my partner might not be. We have been in an ethically non-monogamous relationship for the last year.
What?
We both have been exploring our sexuality, and I won't speak on his behalf, but for me, I realized that I am not interested in randomly hooking up with people and then that being it. I'm not interested in having like a friends with benefits. I discovered that I'm interested in connecting with people in a romantic way, perhaps is as another partner, but as a separate partner, or even as a kind of non-labeled situation where there is love and there is connection, and not necessarily an involvement in my everyday life. But
So she's selfish. That's the end of the video. Y'all make sure you hit the... She's selfish. That's all she's saying. She's selfish. She want to have a husband and she want to have dudes, multiple on the side. And the first red flag I heard in this video is my partner. My partner. She didn't say my spouse. She said my partner. But what did it say? I'm married. That's what it said. But she's referring to a man or a woman, her husband or wife, as a partner, not as a spouse. So that was the first red flag that I heard. Next, what is this ethically non-monogamous? Basically, he's been giving you the green light to cheat. That's all you've been saying. He gave you the green light to cheat, because that's what you're doing. You commit adultery. That's against the law. Even if he give you permission, you still broke the law. And so it sounds like you were just faking this entire time, because you said that you just learned that you were polyamorous. Like you said that as if you just got the results back from your 23andMe. Oh, I learned I'm 23% polyamorous. I'm 19% Irish. I'm 1% Scandinavian. Like, you just said that so casually, when the truth was you were always this way. But you wanted the glitz and the glamour and the title of being married, and you really just wanted the wedding and all the attention that you got from it. And so you faked it, and you held this part of you inside. You bottled it up, folded it up, and you thought over time that you'd be able to change and get rid of these feelings. And what you actually did was deceive this other person that you said you were going to separate from, who you referred to as your partner. And you actually had these feelings deep down inside of you that you now can no longer hold within you. Them lust demons that you got inside you that you now need to get out. And the consequences of those actions now impact somebody else, because you committed to somebody in a monogamous way. You committed to them for it just to be you and them, but now you want to break that covenant and that marriage that you guys have been building for however long. She didn't say up to this point. You want to break that for your own selfish needs. That's disgusting. Please stay away from people like this. I know there's some red flags I bet you could probably have picked before getting to this point of being with this woman, but this is disgusting. This is extremely selfish, and this is why these marriages and relationships today no longer last, because of selfish acts and feelings like this. Like she is displaying, like men display, like everybody displays. That's why these relationships are failing.
the access to that love and the possibility of that love and the presence of that love is there. This is something that my partner and I are working through right now. I don't know which way it's going to go. I don't know how it's going to end, but I wanted to bring it to the internet because what better place to bring such a judge-worthy topic to. Just full disclosure, like, he is fully aware of what is happening. We're having conversations about it. We've been going to a marriage counselor, psychologist for a while. What ultimately comes down to is that you can't force somebody to be polyamorous. You can't force somebody to be non-monogamous. It's just a part of who you are. Because I got married, well, I got with him when I was 18 and he was 25. The age discrepancy there means that as I get older, I'm going to go through changes, which he's been a wonderful supporter of. He's been a great supporter of my career as an entrepreneur, as an artist, as somebody who's more than just a mother, to have my own friends, my own life.
Oh,
in many, many ways, he's the partner that people would wish for. He is the partner that I would wish for and that I do want to keep. I don't want to lose him as a partner.
First off, 25 and 18? Brother, what was you doing? What are you doing talking to an 18-year-old? That is disgusting. She just graduated high school, still got her cap and gown in her closet, and you said, this is a prime candidate for me. That is disgusting. This is not 1970 and the 1960s. That is very weird that he couldn't find somebody even 22 or close to his age range. But, okay, we're going to skip past that just a little bit. Next, she said she's a mommy. You're a mom and you want to introduce new partners into your life, ultimately bringing them around your kid. Also, you are not going to be able to know these people to the same degree that you know your husband, and you're just going to start engaging in situations with them, giving them your body, your love, your trust, your spiritual energy, and exchanging that when you have a kid to look after, and you're willing to give up your marriage and all the benefits to your child of having a marriage and having them growing up in a marriage with both parents just for your lustful and selfish ways. That's disgusting. This is disgusting. All people do not deserve to have kids just because they can. So she said this man is perfect, somebody that she does not want to lose, but due to her selfish wants and desires, and she keeps referencing love and all this love and all this love and all these emotions. You can't supply your own love, your own happiness. You don't have that level of emotional maturity and intelligence to sufficiently love yourself and get love from other sources that are not outside of your marriage, or to talk with your partner as you, now I'm saying partner, your spouse, as you start to feel these different changes. And your first idea was to become monogamous. Y'all went to a marriage counselor. The marriage counselor gonna tell y'all everything to keep that check coming in. They need that money. If y'all don't have problems, they don't get paid. So why would they give y'all a solution? They probably don't even know the solution. They probably having their own problems. Your therapist got a therapist. But you are out here as a mom putting this on the internet and also putting your child out there, because I know you're gonna bring these strangers around your child too. I know you're gonna do it. I know you done broke your marriage up. I know this person, he's trying to work with you, but I know he's dead inside. Brother, just let it go. Just let it go. Let her go. Let this go. I know you're going to try and hold on for the kids, but that is not a good enough reason for somebody like this that's not willing to help and not willing to meet you in the middle. She said they changed, he changed, she changed. Well, he was trying to save you from these lustful changes. She also said, this is another red flag, I'm artsy and I'm an entrepreneur. I do this art. That's a no. Don't mess with them artsy chicks. They have no structure or discipline in their life. Leave them alone. Stay away. Stay away. This is crazy.
Ultimately, it comes down to, as I've gotten older, I'm going to be 29 next month, I have discovered this part of myself, and it almost feels like a non-negotiable to be who I am. I don't want to lose my partner over it. I love my partner in almost all ways. He's the perfect partner. But nobody is perfect. Obviously, there's always room for connection, and that's, when you have friends, if you have more than one friend, does that mean that you don't love your other friend enough and that's why you need more friends?
What?
I love my partner enough to build a form of a happy life. I also love myself enough to be in this position where I'm trying to decide if that is enough. We only get one life. I'm like literally breaking out in hives. We only get one life, and I'm trying to navigate how to handle this in a way that doesn't ask him to change who he is, because I would never ask that. Again, you can't force somebody to be polyamorous. You can't force yourself to be polyamorous. But ultimately, it's like denying your heart, your sexuality even, in my opinion.
She just said denying this and not being polyamorous is like denying her heart. No, so denying your hold'em is a problem now? That's all you're really saying. You're just saying that you're selfish. That's what I'm going to keep referring to. And I was wrong, because I didn't know they got together when she was 18 and he was 25. I said that she probably had these feelings before and had bottled them up. Yeah, that could be true. But in this situation, when she was that young, it seems like this thing has gradually developed. As she's explaining, it seems like something that she has gradually developed as she noticed that probably her friends had some more experiences than her. And you know, single women keep women single. So she probably over time has been building up this sexual resentment against her spouse, which is causing her to want to go outside of their covenant and what they have to go explore. And she said she loves herself, but is also looking for love from somebody else that is not her spouse. Did y'all hear that? She said, "Oh, I love myself, but I'm also looking for love from somebody else that is outside of the love that I'm getting from the man that committed to me, gave me children, and is the perfect spouse that she would wish for anybody and that she wished for herself." Does that make any sense? This woman is lost. She needs guidance, and you know she needs some prayer, because that lust demon in her is going to cause her more problems than she can ever imagine.
To be put in this position and decide, can I live without this? And that's what I'm trying to navigate right now. Again, I love my partner. I don't want to lose my partner. But along with this process and this journey, that is a consequence, a potential consequence of what might happen. And I know people are going to judge me for that, because I do have a beautiful family. I do have a beautiful relationship. I have so many things that I'm so lucky to have, and I feel lucky, and that it might seem that I take for granted. But I don't know if it's enough for me if my partner can't live his full happiness. I'm going to make this a series. If you have any questions that I should start out with, even if it's judgment or judgy questions, let me know. I'm ready to talk about it, because I'm tired of keeping it in, I guess.
You're a loser. That's all I got to say. You're a loser. And you know what? When you grow up, you need to start learning about sacrifice and making sacrifices, especially when you have a kid. You've been together for, 11 years? And you're ready to throw that away for your selfish desires? Disgusting. This is terrible. You're doing all of this ready to break up your whole family for your own selfish emotions and feelings. This is disgusting, y'all. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I am out of here. Peace.